Soldier of Christ reporting for duty. How's it going, everyone? Hope everyone's doing well and staying safe. Today, I wanted to talk about hypocrisy and sort of how it applies to us as Christians. Now, a lot of times when we might be hypocrites or when we might do hypocritical actions, we don't always necessarily do it consciously. A lot of times when we have these hypocritical actions or these hypocritical moments, a lot of times we want to be able to help others to do the right thing, and we want others to be able to find the truth, but sometimes even us as humans, we might fall short. Even us as Christians that try to help others, we fall short, and even through helping others, we might not always be able to be perfect. And even through this, a lot of times it's difficult because I'm sure a lot of us struggle with being able to point out someone else's sin or being able to point out someone else's mistake before we are able to point out our own. And I guess sometimes it does come down to awareness, but in other scenarios, it does come down to wanting to point out someone else's sin because we want their sin to be upfront and for us to be able to hide our own. I remember there was this time in fourth grade where we did these multiplication tables, and afterwards we would have a peer review it and the peer would grade it after. I remember there was this one time when I was having a very bad day and I was given this student's multiplication table to grade. And as I was grading hers, I was just marking a lot of it wrong, even though like most of it was correct because I was just really upset that day. And the teacher ended up calling me out on it, and I was saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, um, I couldn't really read it that well. The handwriting was sloppy," which I was sort of lying in that moment. But and the teacher even knew that. She called me out and she said, "Well, Darius, your handwriting is way worse than hers. Why are you, you know, marking it wrong and stuff?" And she's like, "Because your handwriting's terrible, so you should be able to, tell someone else's is terrible." And through that, it sort of shows that a lot of times, we might want to point out someone else's mistakes or point out how someone else is imperfect, when in reality, sort of how Matthew chapter 7, verse 5 speaks, that our sin is something that we should look to change before we should look to correct anyone else. Through that, what we need to understand is that a lot of times, before we are able to sort of help someone else through something they are struggling with as far as sin, we need to sort of help ourselves to get out of that struggle of sin so we are able to understand how we can help a fellow brother or fellow sister out of their sin. I hope this video makes sense, and I thank you so much once again for watching. If you would like to see more content like this, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Soldier of Christ,